Hi, I'm Jim Guenter. I'm the CEO of Species360. I'm here at the beautiful San Diego Zoo for the start of the WAZA conference. But I seem to be the only one here so far, so I thought I'd give you a little update on our year. Before I share an update, I want to express our sympathy to you and your teams for all they have had to face this year. Bushfires and wildfires, hurricanes and floods, and of course, COVID-19. In conversations with your staff, we get a glimpse of how hard they are working to protect your guests and to ensure the welfare and conservation of wildlife. Thank you for your tireless efforts. Now for an update on Species360 and our global community. Species360 leadership focused quickly in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. We took immediate action to sustain high levels of service to our members and preserve the financial stability of the organization. First, we focused on service. Our support team answered support calls and offered moral support from the offices in their homes. In May, they exceeded their goals in response times, even with a significant increase in requests for help. By early April, our training team had set up a schedule of relevant and timely virtual training topics for small and larger groups. Our software teams continued to roll out important new features developed with and for our member partners. Second, we moved very quickly to ensure financial stability. As a nonprofit almost entirely supported by membership fees, responsible for your critical data, we must do everything possible to stay financially healthy. Working with your representatives on our board of trustees, we reacted quickly. We leveraged US federal support packages. Our senior leaders volunteered for 20 to 30% salary reductions. We froze all hiring, and our staff took a 20% reduction in pay and hours with salary support from the US government stimulus package. As we support members globally, eliminating our travel budget was also a significant savings. We also know our members are struggling too. We eliminated our fee increases and are reaching out to members to ask what more we can do to help. None of us really know what the next many months will bring, but we feel we are well prepared to weather the storm. Every 2 weeks, Species360 developers release new ZIMS features and capabilities. I'd like to share some highlights. One of the biggest trends we see is an increase in animal care professionals entering animal welfare notes into ZIMS. There was a 50% increase in user sessions in early 2020. ZIMS is becoming easier to use with improved features like provisional data entry and intuitive help tools. Data shows these tools are proving especially helpful as teams work differently under COVID. Dr. Sally Sherwin at Zoos Victoria shared that their teams have been using ZIMS for care and welfare to study the impact of COVID-19 on various species. We were fascinated and hope to hear more of their valuable approach to capture and use this insightful information. With support and input from this community, together we recreated ZIMS for Studbooks. We have now migrated over 1,200 Studbooks to ZIMS for Studbooks, and we are excited by the pace of adoption by Studbook keepers around the world. Here's a quick look at the progress by association. We're quickly closing in on the goal of completing migrations this year. And even more exciting is seeing the story told in the context of species survival and reintroduction programs on Netflix. Host Latif Nasser, who is quite entertaining, talks about the role of ZIMS for Studbooks in protecting populations of species. We thank our member Living Desert Zoo for agreeing to host the filming of this segment and for sharing birth and early days footage from the den of the African wild dog family. And we thank our association partners for entrusting us with this work. Our team truly enjoys working with your Studbook keepers on the new tools and processes. Our team introduced sample storage in January to support our members managing biological samples worldwide. And sample storage, of course, set the stage for ZIMS Biobank, developed in collaboration with and funded by EAZA and EAZA members. And coming in the next few weeks, lab test results import will be available, supporting IDEXX Vet Connect Plus globally, Gribbles New Zealand, and Gribbles Australia. AnTech will soon be supported as well for users in North America. Thanks to the many sponsors, this digital exchange will simplify the entry of lab test results into ZIMS, producing more accurate medical records for veterinarians and their staff around the world, as well as improving the unique global resources of expected test results for thousands of species. If you want to learn more about ZIMS progress or where we're going next, watch the latest videos from our dedicated product owners as they share their product roadmaps for husbandry and aquatics, medical, and Studbooks. The Species360 Conservation Science Alliance is leading collaborative research programs supported by CITES, informing conservation policy with better data about species, their reproduction, threats, and legislation. As an example, the Conservation Science Alliance is leading the Songbird Species Knowledge Index to discover and pinpoint those species of songbirds that are most at risk due to illegal trade. This team is bringing together multiple sources of one separate data, including field data, collected by Simon Breslin from Vogel Park, Marlow, and Chris Shepard from Monitor, CITES, the IUCN Red List, ZIMS, and other sources. The result is a holistic index that includes information key to supporting CITES decision-making processes. And now we're just starting a large project to assess progress on animal care and welfare by using life expectancy as an indicator. For example, here we show our results on an analysis on tigers' global data, and it is evident the progress made since the 1800s until the present. We aim to provide evidence of the progress in species management to ensure the best care and welfare. We thank WAZA Copenhagen Zoo and Wildlife Reserves of Singapore, our sponsor partners, for supporting this work. There's a lot going on, and I encourage you to go to our website to learn more. 2020 has been a turbulent year like no other. And because of that, we are immensely thankful that our membership continues to support our work and the Species360 member community continues to grow. We have welcomed over 50 new members since the beginning of the year. Our almost 1,300 members now span 100 countries. They use ZIMS in Spanish, Russian, Japanese, and now in French, thanks to the French Association, AFDPZ. Aquariums, zoos, wildlife refuges, rescue centers, Head Start programs, and in situ field projects record and share data as part of Species360. Some of our newest members are represented on this slide: the National Aquarium of Abu Dhabi, the Marine Aquarium of Rio de Janeiro, the Peregrine Fund in the United States, Southern Thailand Elephant Foundation using ZIMS for medical to support its mobile veterinary unit, the leading amphibian rescue and research center in Ecuador. New members come from Australia and Tasmania, Canada, India, Japan, Liberia, Spain, the Netherlands, South Africa, the Solomon Islands, France, the United States, and even the Red Siskin Project in Venezuela. So thank you again for all that you do and for your ongoing support of our mission to use data in support of animal care and species conservation. As a community, we can get through these tough times together. So now, where is everyone? And where do I go for Zoo Day?